Hi, everyone. My name is Rochelle Hubbard. I am a vice president in Healy from the United Kingdom. And yeah, really, really happy to be here with you all. So, Tommy from Healy asked if I would like to speak here today. And I said yes. And he suggested that maybe I'd want to talk about your contact list. Now, I was sitting here just now before I started to speak, thinking about that. And what came to me was so let me just explain a little bit. So I've been building my Healy business since beginning of September 2022. But before that, I had another business of a similar nature. And I did very well in that business, but I wasn't intending to do very well in it. It's certainly something that I thought, I'm a salesperson. I didn't go through life thinking I was a salesperson, but I happened to be good at selling things. And when I started to reflect on that, because my business was growing fast in my previous business and it's grown fast here in Healy, what I reflected on was the fact that when I am living my life in full alignment with who I am, and I'm sharing something that I feel incredibly passionate about, then people are naturally magnetized towards me and what I'm selling, what I'm sharing. Now, that's all very good, that I can sell things easily, but what about finding the people that I'm selling to and sharing a product with? Now, lots of people these days are doing this via social media, and social media is a fantastic tool for sharing and showing up. And some people, very, very effectively find new people through social media. But for me, actually, I am much more interested personally and capable and able to attract people in my everyday life. So I go out and live my life in full alignment. I'm very passionate about health and living naturally, and I home educate my children, and so I'm showing up every day, living that truth, living in alignment with that. And in this instance with Healy, right, wearing my Healy because it's part of my life. I wear it. And I meet people, they ask me what it is. I'm open. I have a very open energy about me because I'm really excited to meet new people. And I meet new people. I talk to them. I'm always meeting new people because I'm out there living my life. And on top of that, I personally really enjoy going to festivals and having a tent where I share Healy. I've done a lot of that this summer. I've had my bell tent up and I'm, at the festival there to talk about Healy, share Healy. I'm also going to a lot of the workshops that are happening at the festivals, these consciously minded festivals. So I'm just naturally meeting people at the workshops and inviting them later to come and have a scan in my tent. I'm also doing exhibitions where I can stand with Healy and meet real people. And then, I use social media. My social media following is, reasonably big. It's not massive by any stretch of the imagination. I think there's 3,750 people that follow me on Instagram. And what I use Instagram for, come and find me if you want to, by the way, I'd love to see you over there. But what I use my Instagram for very much is creating that connection after meeting someone where they can really see me having fun in my life. I use my stories for that, and very rarely post on my grid. I'm not very strategic with Instagram at all, but I love having fun there, and people really get a sense for who I am in my authenticity there, in my integrity. And so I'm meeting people, and then social media is almost like my virtual business card, let's follow each other on social media and stay connected and get to know each other. Because as we're meeting people, as we're finding people, what we're doing, coming back to a sales terminology, is we're putting them into a funnel. I don't really like this sales terminology, but it's an easy way to think about what we need to be doing in order to grow our businesses. So we're putting people into the top of the funnel as we're meeting them, as we're connecting with them. And what happens is some people are going to move through the funnel very, very quickly and come out the other end. They're going to come very quickly through the funnel, especially right now. We're in this amazing opportunity right now with Healy, where it's very new. There's a huge business opportunity available here. So you can have the right conversations with the right people and get them in the funnel and down very quickly because they can see the potential here. Other people are just going to be, you've met them, you're connecting with them, they're going to just be observing what you're doing. They're going to be slowly working their way down the funnel until the time is right for them to come out. Now, the more people that you have in the funnel, moving at all their different speeds, the more likely it is that you're going to have a trickle of 2, 3, 4, 5 people coming out of the bottom of the funnel every month to help, solidify your Healy business. And obviously everyone in your team is going to be doing the same thing. And that's where the expansion comes in, because as one person comes in, they've got their own funnel that they've already got people in their network that will go straight into the funnel, or they're going to be continuing to build their network, moving into their funnel. And so they're dripping out. And obviously we've got this expansion. The more people that come in, the more people that are sharing, the more we're expanding and growing this network. So being out there and putting people in your funnel is really, like, initially, especially for a lot of people, the main job of building a Healy business. I already had a network, but it didn't just magic upon me. I had 12 years of building a business in the health and wellness industry. And this is before my other business of a similar kind to Healy. I had a business working with women around nutrition and their cyclical nature. I put myself out there as a speaker around this stuff, as a teacher. I'd started building that know, like, and trust with people in my world and who came into my world. If you're new into Healy, your job right now is to build that community, build that network, and people then naturally come into your funnel. Now, how you kind of work them through your funnel can depend. I'm a big fan of meeting people, connecting them into my social media, but also connecting them into my newsletter. I think putting people into your newsletter and having a newsletter, if you don't have one, I use Flowdesk. By the way, if you don't use Flowdesk, it's amazing. And if you want, I have a code for it, so you can message me about it. But Flowdesk is the platform that I use for my newsletter. So I make sure that people come in and they connect in with me in my newsletter. I love to write. If you love to write, a newsletter is a great way to share there. I also love to speak. So sometimes I do an audio newsletter where I record my voice, I put it up onto SoundCloud, and then I attach that into the newsletter so people can hear me speak. And it's not just about Healy, it's about my life. It's about what I love. And so people are really getting to know me and see how Healy fits into my life naturally. Because they see 1 week I'm talking about growing food and foraging, 1 week I'm talking about home education, another week I'm talking about my relationship with my husband and the work we're doing there. Then I'm talking about Healy, so they can see how it all intertwines and see how that connects with them too. This newsletter acts as a fantastic place to hold people in the funnel until they're ready to move through. So social media, writing a newsletter, maybe you like speaking. A podcast is a great thing to connect people into if you wanted to record a podcast. Finding the ways that whilst they're in the funnel, they're really getting to know, like, and trust you. So then they're ready to move through and you're keeping that connection. I also have regular connection with people on WhatsApp. It feels really a good way for me to stay connected with people. And if I think there's something interesting in the community happening that they might be interested in, that might be the thing that, it makes them feel ready to start with Healy, I will message them on WhatsApp. So contact list was my kind of brief, and that's what I felt like I wanted to share with you. Go out, live your life, live in authenticity, have ways that you can stay connected to people, really get them to know you in your essence, because that's what will ultimately magnetize them towards Healy. You know, the Healy is amazing, but they choose who they buy through, and you are the person they buy through. So they're in your funnel, but find a way to stay connected to them in a way that's in full alignment. And when they're ready, they will come out the other end and be part of your community. So I hope that's been useful. And yeah, look forward to maybe connecting with you on Instagram. If you want to connect with me, I'm always love connecting with like-minded people. But yeah, lovely to be here, and hopefully see you all soon at some kind of event. All right, bye.